what's your opinion on Brennan creating this new hairstyle called a mohawk?
No comment. No, it suits it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's all right. It's not terrible.
I've seen worse for sure.
What would it take for you to cut your hair?
I mean, really not that much, because at the end of the day, it's hair. It'll grow back. My hair grows back really quick too.
Okay.
I've just rocked this look for so long. Like,
You gonna keep it for a while?
yeah, I'm gonna try to do something for fall camp this year, whether get braids or like cornrows or something. But I gotta find somebody who can do it the right way.
You gonna do cornrows too?
As you can see, I can't do that. Cut my hair pretty short now.
Joe, being from Cincinnati, what does it kind of mean to be out here and represent this university at Media Days?
Yeah, it's a great honor to represent the Bearcats, and especially being from Cincinnati. So I'm taking great pride in being down here and just trying to represent us the right way.
Building out a plan for me.
What was your reaction when they asked you to come? And was it something you were expecting to do?
Yeah, I mean, talking with Stipe a little bit, he kind of made it seem like I was going to be coming. So, but I mean, I was excited. I was willing to do it, and you know, I kind of wanted to come anyway. So I was just glad that they asked me.
You've been able to play in some big time stadiums throughout your college career. Have you ever seen a practice facility like this one?
No, I have not. This is really cool. Brendan said he's played here before, and yeah, it would be awesome to, you know, if you're a high schooler or something, come play in here. Yeah, this is really cool.
Now,
And Coach Satterfield's kind of talked about as good as Brennan can be, you guys will be. Just kind of the control that he has over your guys' success. How much do you believe in him to kind of carry that burden, and how much you believe in him to lead you guys to that success this year?
I believe in him a lot. I know that if I take care of the 4 guys that are up there with me, he'll take care of everything else. He'll get the ball, whoever needs it, whoever's open. If it's a run, he'll do whatever he can to carry out the fake to make sure we get some runs sprung.
Yeah.
But he'll do everything.
You played with Desmond Ritter a little bit.
Yeah.
What kind of traits does Brennan have that might be similar to him in just terms of being a leader and leading the offense?
When it comes to leading, he's pretty similar, I'd say. He's grown as a vocal leader. I think that's something that he tried to really work on this offseason, and that's what we needed as a team for him to work on. I've established myself as a leader, but if the quarterback isn't a vocal leader, isn't a controlling leader of the whole offense, then your team's not going to be very good. And he took a lot of pride in that, and he's done really well. And he's going to do great things.
And then, Joe, you played with C.J. Stroud. Kind of same questions. What are the similarities you see between C.J. and Brennan? Could be how they throw the ball, how they play, or just how they kind of manage themselves.
Well, yeah, I'd just say, you know, every great quarterback, they manage themselves and they manage the offense and the game well. And, you know, I think both guys do that. And, you know, CJ, obviously a great player. So being able to work with him, that was really cool. And, you know, he's doing well in the NFL. And, you know, I think Brennan's a great player as well. And I think he'll have a great year this year and do well in the NFL too. But, yeah, I mean, there's similarities for sure. But, you know, Brennan throws the ball well, CJ throws the ball well, can both make some plays with their feet if they need to. So I'm just been blessed to play with some pretty good quarterbacks.
and then Joe, talk about it from year 1 to year 2. How much more comfortable are you in this offense now in year 2?
Surely. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the main things for me, you know, coming back. I wanted to get more comfortable and even more confident in playing and just kind of believing in myself and just trusting, you know, the offense and what I'm doing and the playbook and everything. So just getting another year under my belt, I think I'm trying to make some big strides from this year and from last year for sure.
And then walk us through, too. Your relationship with Coach Stepp is a unique one. Walk us through what this offseason's been like as he hopefully prepares you for the NFL draft this upcoming season.
Yeah, man, I can't. There's not enough good things I can say about Coach Stepp, man. I love him. I know he loves me, and you know, yes, he's my coach, but we're honestly we're like best friends, man. The way we interact and talk to each other, you would think we grew up together, we're brothers or something like that. So just being able to have a relationship like that with your coach, it makes it so much easier to come in the building every day and go to work. You know, I wouldn't want to play for anybody else. And I'm so blessed that, you know, he's my tight end coach, and you know, he does a good job of being a coach as well. You know, he's taught me a lot, helped me get better as a player and a person as well, and just spending every day with him this off season, just trying to go out the right way this year.
You're obviously probably going to be gone after this year, going to the draft. What should fans expect from Gavin Gerhardt, who's kind of projecting to be the tight end of the future?
Yeah, I think Gavin's going to be he's a great young player already. You know, he got some snaps last season. He'll play a decent amount again this year. But just as a player, you know, he's got great ball skills, great hands in the receiving game. He's still got to get a little faster and stronger, but, you know, it took me a while to get to where I'm at, so no knock on him at all. But yeah, he's a big kid too, pushing 6'7". He's already 250, 255ish, so he's already got the frame. Just got to get stronger, faster, like I said, and figure out. He's really smart too. That's the thing about Gavin. He picked the offense up extremely quick as a freshman, so that was impressive to see. But he'll end up having a great career at UC.
How have you seen his game grow from year 1 to year 2 heading into the season?
I'd say the main thing with him is just he's transformed his body. You know, when he first came in, he was obviously tall. He still weighed a good amount, but he had all his baby fat on him still and just didn't look too great, to be honest. But, you know, he's transformed his body. He has gotten faster and stronger, and yeah, I mean, he's just getting better every day. He's still so young. He's got a lot of ball left.
You kind of mentioned your journey in development. What was the biggest change you made in maybe your routine or your training or the weight room that kind of led to you having a good season last year?
I would say really the main thing was like my mental. You know, after I lost my mom at Ohio State, I was struggling, and you know, I lost my love for football, honestly, and you know, it took some time to get that back, even when I did transfer to UC. So just getting my mental right, taking care of that, and the rest of it kind of just all fell together. Because it wasn't like, you know, I wasn't taking care of my body or doing bad things before, but just being in the right headspace, it changes everything.
So is it kind of just losing the pressure of it and just playing free? Or what was the kind of mental shift?
Just coming back home, I felt like it was kind of, I guess, comfortable, you know, being back with my dad and everything, and then just I happened to come into a great situation, you know, with Coach Stepp. He's helped me in so many ways, and just the guys, you know, Gavin, like people like Gavin, players in the locker room, just being around them every day. And, you know, then being from Cincinnati, I didn't want to just come to Cincinnati and, you know, not do well or anything, so I wanted to represent it the right way. So if anything, it kind of added a little bit of pressure in a way, but like it was all good. Yeah.
For both of you guys, what was your, I know I asked Gavin earlier, what was your guys' initial reaction? You walk into the IPF for the first time. What was it like to kind of see that thing all come to fruition over the years?
It's well, Gavin has been here the whole time, so he's seen that thing when there was nothing there. You know, when I got here, they kind of had the structure of it and everything down, but walking in it, it's the nicest one I've ever seen, and you know, I've seen some pretty nice ones, and you know, it's game changing. It helps so many ways that people don't realize, you know, with recruiting, things like that, and then just having our own kind of like training and treatment area, that helps so much. And just kind of the technology they have in there. Like every morning I'm in the cryo getting my body right, and you know, we weren't able to do that at the old place, and then being able to get in the saunas, contrast, and they're still getting some like red light beds and things like that, and then just, you know, not to mention like how nice the locker room and just meeting rooms and everything. Yeah, it's just great as a whole.
I asked Gavin about it earlier, about what his favorite part of the IPF was. He said it was the recliner by his locker. Joe, you got any favorite thing there? What's your favorite part of the IPF?
My locker's in a great spot. It's like Patrick Gerd and I, and then there's like a random wall for some reason, so we kind of got like our own section in the lockers reclined, so it's nice over there. Then I would just say my favorite thing is, probably just the new kind of treatment and recovery areas and rooms that we have. You know, Gavin and I are getting pretty old, so being able to take care of our bodies with technology and equipment like that, and then just football being able to use it, you know, it helps so much.
Obviously, I wish some of these guys would.
And then walking through, obviously here at Media Days, walk us through the outfit decisions for Big 12 Media Days. Was there something that stood out to you guys for the outfits, or
like our own?
Yeah, like the suits and everything.
No, I wanted to go with a little bit of color. You know, I have a couple black and just gray normal suits, and you know, this one caught my eye a little bit when I was going through it, and you know, I just wanted to change it up a little bit. That's all it was for me.
I just try to stay basic, something that would look sharp, but then also something I'd wear again later in life.
Gavin, what's your favorite, I don't want to say play call specifically, a favorite like scheme call? Like when you're in the huddle and this gets called, like you're super happy.
Any outside zone.
Any outside
yeah,
zone.
I think like we didn't run it very often when I'd say my first 3 years, but then once SAT came in, anytime outside zone's called, I think I'm decently fast enough to where like I enjoy being able to like cut off the nose, and it's something I'm good at. So like anytime something like that's called, something that I really can like showcase my skills on, or help to spring a play loose, I think that's where I strive the best. I think that's probably my favorite.
So you've probably seen the videos of Jason Kelsey and their lineman being like 25 yards downfield on the run play.
Yeah.
Is that like what you strive for? Is that your favorite kind of thing to do?
100%. I would say like in some of those calls where he'd be pulling in instances where he's literally working up to like a safety. The only time that I get an opportunity to do something like that, it's like on the screen. I think I had 3 or 4 good blocks on screens last year, and then I had one that like if I would have got it, probably would have been like a 65-yard touchdown. But yeah, definitely when you're watching some of the stuff he does, it's inspiring. Like I get inspired to be able to try and do things like that.
Speaking of would have been 65-yard touchdowns.
Oh, I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
Did you buy him a steak dinner for the night?
No, I didn't. We have play calls where I'm gonna put this on SAT. So we have play calls where if I get a call, it's like we're running a run play.
Okay.
But there's also like an RPO option to it, and they can give us a call that like tells us not to go downfield. I didn't get one of those calls, so I went downfield trying to block somebody. So instantly, as soon as I saw the flag, I was like, yeah, that was me. I'm 15 yards downfield, so I knew it was coming.
But you were like 6 inches away from your,
Yeah.
like it was
By the time when I turned around and saw the flag, yeah. But when I think I saw something on Twitter where it was somebody slowed it down, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's a little ridiculous. It is what it is.
And then Joe, talk about the new uniform reveals for both of you guys. How cool is it to be a part of that intro video to kind of reveal those new uniforms for you guys?
Yeah, like I said, it was an honor being selected as one of the guys put those on, and I was wearing the red one. I think not just because I was wearing it, but I think the red one's probably my favorite. I think it looks sharp, and the new helmet finally matches the uniform. So I'm excited to wear those, and yeah, I think they look really good. I think it puts us up there for some of the best uniforms in the country, and I'm excited to wear them for this season.
You guys got any thoughts about seeing Jason Kelsey reveal those first on the New Heights podcast, or your initial thoughts on them?
I forget what I was doing. I was busy, so by the time
we didn't see it.
by the time I saw it, they had like UC football pages already posted it too. So like that wasn't my first, and I kind of got a sneak peek of it when I probably shouldn't have. But so I already knew what they looked like. But that was cool for him to do that. Like that's something special that not a lot of programs have. Something like a podcast like that where it's previous players that can do those things for us.
What does it mean to have those alumni like Jason and Travis really kind of show their support for this program, and what branding is able to do when you have those two alumni who are willing to donate and give everything back to the university they came from?
It means everything to have people support, no matter if it's random fans or donors or past players. But when it's past players, guys that have stood in the same locker room-ish as us, that's amazing to have their support. B. Cook we flew out yesterday. B. Cook was in the indoor, checking out the new indoor, getting a workout in with his Kansas City Chiefs helmet on. So to see those guys around, to admire what they built that facility, it's awesome.
Does seeing B. Cook, who's been in the league for like 2 years, make you feel like you've been at UC for a long time?
Yeah, because I literally I played 2 years with him. So yeah, he's been in there for I think this maybe 3 or so. I don't know what it was. But it makes me feel a little old. Knowing that he's already in the NFL, established himself as a really good football player, definitely adds a little bit of age.
What's the funniest thing Coach Cardwell's ever said?
To me?
Yeah.
I have to think about that.
Nothing NSFW.
Huh?
Nothing not safe for work.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's probably something you couldn't say.
It probably is something I couldn't say. There's also some stuff that I couldn't say that he said to other players that I can't say.
Is there a game you're looking forward to the most this year?
I mean, we really are trying to take week by week, but like Nebraska definitely, even though that's like week one, that's like the mindset take week by week. Nebraska, like playing at the Chiefs Stadium, like I've had the opportunity to play at like 6 or 7, like we talked about earlier, NFL stadiums. But I have the opportunity to play there. You know, I definitely know Travis will be there in attendance. That great of a stage. I think it's on like a Thursday or something like that. It'll be a great opportunity. And to start off the season with an opponent like that, it'll be awesome.
Do you guys kind of feel the pressure of like how that can catapult the season, getting a big win in week one like that?
100%. If we start off strong, we play to the ability we can, and we can have a successful season. Like if we start off strong, that's the whole thing. If we can start off strong and get that first win, especially a win like that under our belt, I think we'll be really successful.
I talked to Coach Glenn and Joe and said you guys are trying to keep the self-inflicted wound plays under 15% of total like team period snaps because that was just such an issue the past 2 years.
Yeah.
What was that like? Do you kind of change the way that you practice, or is it kind of just chemistry flowing in that direction of less self-inflicted?
Yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily kind of change the way you're practicing. Like, you don't want to get all uptight and be like, I got to play perfect because, you know, then mistakes will happen, and then, you know, that's just no way to play football. But it's things we can all control, you know, just being a little bit extra locked in on the snap count, or Gavin knowing and all of us knowing it's on 2 or something, and things like that, and just, you know, hand placement, you know, not getting holding calls, and Brendan's being a little extra smarter with the ball, you know, not trying to force things if he doesn't need to, take the check down if it's there. I mean, it really just comes down to, it's all just fundamental football. Really, it's not like any earth-shattering things that we're doing to try to, you know, be under that 15% mark. It's just play the game the right way, just play nice, clean football. Really, all it is.
So looking at the schedule too, from a fan's perspective, many fans see the Nebraska game, then they think we get 7 home games. But for you two who are seniors, how important is it to kind of have 7 home games for your final go-around potentially here at Cincinnati?
Yeah, that's a blessing for sure. And home games are so much easier. You don't have to deal with travel and sometimes getting back at, because there's a couple times last year you get back 5, 6, 7 a.m. and you know you're kind of messed up for a couple days. So just being at home makes it so much easier. I love playing at Nippert. Love Nippert. Home crowd. You know, all our families will be there, and it's just great. And I'm glad we got 7 there.
So when you see the coaching staff bring in 5 new receivers, obviously you weren't mad about it or anything, but is there a part of you that's like, I'm still like the guy, like you can still rely on me to be that high volume receiver?
Yeah, and I mean, I believe in that. I think the coaches and everyone else still believes that as well, but I mean, we needed receivers, so it wasn't like, hey, like you said, like I'm still here. Like, no, we need good receivers, and then with good receivers it helps take it off of me a little bit, because later in the season last year when a couple of our receivers were banged up, we're thin over there and struggling. You know, I'm getting doubled or whatever, so it's hard to get me the ball, and then it was hard to get them the ball, so then our offense is just not flowing right. So just being able to have guys we can get the ball to, and you know, if you want to double cover someone, we'll throw it over here. If you want to double cover him, we'll throw it over here. Or if you want to leave the middle open or wherever, you know, I can find zones in there and get open as well. So I mean, it'll help collectively. So I'm not mad about it.
Would you like more downfield targets this year?
I mean, yeah, the easy answer is yeah. I mean, I love getting the ball, getting the chance to get the ball in my hands. I feel like I can make things happen, but, you know, there's so much that goes into being able to, you know, catch a pass. O-line's got to hold up. Brandon's got to, you know, make the right read. I got to make the catch and everything. And, you know, I got to get open as well. So, you know, it really doesn't matter unless, you know, kind of all things are clicking. But, I mean, yeah, if I can.
And then are you going to try to recreate your one-handed higher ground catch that you had last year?
Man, I forget who I was talking to. I think that's probably the best catch I've ever had in my life. I didn't really understand what I did on the field, like during the time. I knew it was something little like funky, but then after going back on the film and actually like watching it, yeah, I've never done something like that. But to be able to do that in the game would be cool. But you know, if I don't have to catch it like that, man, I mean, because that counts as one reception, and so does one right here. here. So I mean, it's all good.
Gotcha.
Speaking of the wide receiver room, question for both of you guys: have you ever seen a guy broad jump 11'2" in Jeff Caldwell?
I think it's 11-9 actually.
Yeah.
So he's pushing.
What does that say about his athleticism and what he brings to the table for this offense?
Yeah, you know, he's 6'5" guy who can run like he can, jump like he can. You know, having a deep threat like that, it's great. It helps for sure. You know, we needed some speed on the outside, and we got some there, and we also got size with him too because of how big he is. So I think he's a great addition for us. He's a good kid too, so that's important as well. But yeah, I think he'll have a great season.
And then, Joe, I asked Gavin earlier, but has there ever been a time in your year and a half of being at Cincinnati where you've seen a guy tell Nico, no, I'm going to continue with this weight in the weight room like Tarantino did the other day?
Nobody's ever heard of that until I started saying it. I'm going to make that clear.
A couple times. I mean, I've never seen Taryn, or I haven't seen a squat like that in person. You know, that's crazy. And for him to be able to do it that easily, I mean, man, why not?
What was the exact weight? Was it like 657 something?
I think it was 6 plates.
6 plates at
25 and a 10. And I was like, at that point, buddy, you just did it for 5 reps, throw 7 plates on there.
5 plates, and then you at least get like at least 3 of those.
No,
you can do some crazy work.
I mean, Nico loves that too when guys do that. You know, if you have more in the tank and if it's like a plus set, you know, 1 or 2, but if you feel like you can do more, like, Nico's not going to stop you. But, I mean, he's obviously going to make sure you're staying safe and everything, yeah.
What does that say about the testament, the job that Nico has done with you guys there in the weight room, and what it says about this program?
I'd say he's one of the best strength and conditioning coaches in the country. He's a great dude as well. I spent some time with him up at Ohio State as well, so I already had a great relationship with him. But he's hard. I mean, the off season's not easy by any means. So just being able to go to work for him every day, it's a blessing. And you know, he's not going to make it easy on you, but you know, you don't want it to be, because that's how you get better.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.